Hi, my name is Jared Krebs. I'm pictured here with my wife Crystal and our dog Tasia. We're executive Ruby directors in USANA, and we're co-founders of Team DSI, which stands for Duplicate Success International. And we've been clients of USANA for over 10 years, and we actually decided to work in the company because the products have helped our health so much, and it's been phenomenal. Prior to USANA, I was a broke guitar teacher, and I didn't want to be poor my whole life, and so I started my USANA home business, and I was able to replace my income in the first 2 years, and I've been at a professional full-time income for the last 8 years with USANA. The executive Ruby status is a six-figure earner status, so definitely say this is a life-changing business as well as the products. And today I'm going to share with you how do top earners plan their week. Because at the end of the day, this is a business just like any other business. And I learned this from somebody who earns about $300,000 a year building a USANA business. Her name's Carmen Marshall. So she trained on this one year at the International Convention. And those of you who are going to convention, I applaud you because you can learn from these types of people. And I took notes and I got this document and I continued to develop this document. And now this is our own document because I've added things to this. And this is exactly what I've done every week, week in, week out for years. And I'm going to share it with you right now. First thing first, write down this link. Go to wap.teamdsi.info. So that stands for Weekly Action Plan, and you need to type in that http://. Sometimes it doesn't work without that. So that's how you access the document. So screenshot this page or write it down, but this is the link that you need to visit to get the document that you need. So here's what you'll see when you go to that link. You're going to see this page. It's Weekly Action Plan, My USANA Weekly Action Plan. This is actually a 2-page document, and I'm going to walk you through this step by step. I like to print it double-sided so that it's all on one sheet of paper. So let's go ahead and zoom in because there's a few things you do every week. Now, this is designed for you to spend about 10 to 15 minutes on Sunday night planning out your week. I already did it this week, but again, it's Monday. So if you're watching this right now and you have, obviously this is your first exposure to this, you could do it tonight. As soon as we're done with the webinar, you could print this out and plan your week. Take 10 to 15 minutes to do it. So first thing is you want to write this week ending Friday, July 31st. Because USANA gets paid, you get paid weekly in USANA, and the period ends every Friday. So that's the last day of the pay period. So this is week ending July 31st. Your why. So you're going to write down why you're building your USANA business. I'll share mine with you. My why is to build a $3,000 residual income per week income with USANA. So that's about $150K a year. That's one of my whys. And another one of them is to release all of my debt. And I'm almost done with that, actually, paying off debt every month. And then another why for me is to take my wife Crystal on an all-expense paid vacation to Bora Bora. And we want to do it cash, paid for in advance. We don't want to go into debt. So I write those things out every week. Those are the 3 things that are my goals. You write your own personal goals. What am I most proud of doing last week? I'm proud of earning at my check level last week. I'm proud of all the success our team had last week. So you write down some things that you're proud of. Also, what did I learn last week I can apply this week? I learned that our scripting really works. And I'm very proud of Roddy Van Noy, who's one of our new associates, who used the scripting without me. And this is from the Fast Track Manual, all the scripts that we use. It was great to see him use it and enroll a reset client using the reset script, which is in our Fast Track Manual. So I basically write that in a nutshell on that part of the weekly action plan. Next part of the weekly action plan is your check goal. Now, everybody is at a different stage in their USANA business, but if you're brand new, I would say make a goal to make $600 per week. And why do I shoot high? Because basically, if you've only made $100 or $50 in a week and you're brand new, if you're shooting for 600, then you're much more likely to hit 300 or 400. And man, if you actually hit 600, how great would that feel? So that would be my recommendation to you. Of course, you can put whatever you want there. Also, my personal goal for this week is $3,300, which is the CVP, because my goal is 3,000, but I want to be shooting a little higher than my goal. So that's how you do it. So my focus. Now this is just a reminder. So I read this every single week. My focus. So this is just you read it as well every week. My focus: I grow my USANA business and residual income by generating new volume every week. That's a key point, generating new volume every week with a blend of business partners, which is my dream team, and preferred clients. So if you're watching this, you are on my dream team. Associates, I enroll and empower my dream team. Preferred clients, I help make long-term lifestyle changes through the USANA products. I focus on creating USANA clients for life. So those are reminders. Now moving on to the next part of the manual, or I'm sorry, of the action plan. This is on Sunday night or Monday. So you can do it right now. Complete the volume map below. And I'm about to show you the volume map, but I want to tell you that pencil is best because you're going to probably be erasing as you add volume. And the way you access this, you see it says right there, Hub. You have to log into the Hub. Then you have to click on My Business. Then you have to click on Team Manager. And then you click on Volume Report. And once you've done that, you're going to get your volume report. And if you're unfamiliar with this, then contact the person who started you in USANA and help them show you how to find that. But once you've accessed your volume report, then you fill in your map here. So you see Business Center 2 left, 2 right. You're going to put the volume totals. 3 left, 3 right. You're going to put the volume totals. 1 left, 1 right. You put the volume totals. So you know what points where your points are. And you also know where you need to place points to make your next paycheck or to increase your paycheck. So this is what we do every Sunday night, and this is what all the top earners do. So the next thing on the off to the right side of the volume map is my sweet spot. Your sweet spot is Business Center 2 or Business Center 2 right or Business Center 3 left or whatever business center side that would get you paid. Again, if this is confusing, ask your sponsor to help you through this because it's really simple once you learn it. Once you learn it, you'll have it forever. Next point. This week, I am building auto order cycle 3. This week, we're actually in cycle 3. Now, if you're not sure what that even means, visit this link here, 4weekcycle.teamdsi.info. Bottom line, you are building a client base of, let's say, as many clients as you can build. And each client is going to order every 4 weeks. And so there's like cycle A, cycle B, cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3, cycle 4. And so your goal is to have 4 cycles of thousands of clients in each cycle. Again, if that's confusing, make sure you get that clarified, but you want to know what cycle that you're building this week. And then your CVP check result. At the end of the week, write down what you earned. And you know what? If you didn't make it all the way to your goal, it's okay. But at least you are tracking it, you're aware of what you want, and you have a goal. A lot of associates don't even have a volume goal every week, or a lot of associates, quite honestly, they don't even know what their points are. So this has definitely put you in the top probably 5% of USANA that you do this every week. Next is to calculate your paycheck. Now, if you're already doing this, you probably already know how this works. But again, if this is confusing, ask the person who invited you to USANA. Next is the first things to do Monday. You can actually do this Sunday night, but okay, a lot of you might be seeing this for the very first time, but this is what we do every Monday, actually Sunday night. I go to the Hub, I click on Team Manager, All Reports, Unprocessed Auto Orders. Okay, because people's auto orders, sometimes their credit card expires, sometimes, they had fraud on their card, and so their card changed and they didn't know, and so they need to get their products. And this is basically money left on the table if you don't know whose auto orders did not process, and then you contact them. So here it is. The next part is the people with unprocessed auto orders that I need to call are boom, 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 and you write their names down. And those are the people you call Monday, and you say, hey, Jill, your order didn't process. I just wanted to let you know because I'm sure you want your products. Maybe your card changed or expired. We can call USANA on a 3-way call and make sure that your auto order processes so you get your products. That is like 5, that might be 5 people. That might be maybe all of your auto orders process, so you don't have anybody to call. If you don't have any auto orders, then don't worry about it. But this is something you need to be aware of over time. You need to check those unprocessed auto orders. Next is the first appointments to set this week. So there's a saying in our business that your calendar is your boss. Yes, you definitely are your own boss in USANA, but your calendar is really your boss, because if you don't have anything in your calendar, then you're not making any money. So you want to set appointments in your calendar. Well, who are those people? Who should I set my first appointments with? Here's how you find out. You visit the Hub, Team Manager, 4-week cycle, and then the cycle for the upcoming weekend, which in this case would be cycle 4. Why? Because these are your new clients and associates. They need to they need to receive an account overview. So this is for retention. If you enrolled people a month ago and their auto orders are coming up and they don't know about it and you don't know about it, then sometimes they get surprise charges and they're mad. They're like, oh, I started with USANA and now I got this charge I didn't expect and I got to get these products. So basically, long story short, is you want to know whose auto orders are coming up the next week. And this is the next thing to do. The people with upcoming auto orders that I need to give an account overview are, and then you write in those people's names. Okay, so make sure you figure out and meet with those people, show them their account, show them how to save their auto order, and make sure you do it before this Friday so that you have repeat orders, because it is so much easier to keep a new client than to go out and find a new client. And you want to do both, honestly. You want to keep what you've already done, and you don't want to have people, coming in and leaving at at the same rate. So this is how you have retention and build that loyalty with your existing client base. And then also send courtesy AO reminder texts before Friday to some of your established clients and associates. There's some people that sometimes I thought, oh, they already know because I already met with them. Maybe they're in their second or third month, but they forgot. So you want to send people a AO reminder text. Not everybody. If your business is huge, you probably can't get to everybody, but definitely the key people that you feel like need to hear from you. Make sure you do that. Okay, so I know that was kind of technical, but once you get the hang of it, you're going to know exactly who your unprocessed auto orders are. You're going to know who to meet with before Friday to give the account overview, and you're going to just be set to have retention. Again, retention is so important that you work so hard to create these clients and associates, and to just have them drop off because you didn't know what to do. It's so sad. So this is going to make sure that doesn't happen. Make sure you keep all the hard work you've put in already. All right. Next part of the plan is guest lists for webinars and mixers this week. Okay, so we've already covered retention. Now we're going to cover new business, right? We're going to go out and create new business this week, new volume. So this is how I do it. Like you see there on the left, event, Monday webinar. Did you know that you can invite guests to the Monday webinar? And again, this is a business webinar. Our Monday webinar we do every Monday for Team DSI. But if you have somebody that's evaluating USANA as a business, you can invite them onto this webinar. You can invite clients onto this webinar. But you want to have a guest list for the Monday webinar. And then you see the next one is blank. But maybe you're hosting a mixer on Wednesday, or maybe you're hosting a mixer on Tuesday, or maybe there's a Thursday webinar with Dr. Ladd McNamara. You can make guest lists right here and plan out your week with this little system here. And this is literally what I do week in, week out. I host events. I host at least one mixer a week. Of course, you can figure out the rhythm that works for you. And this is just a little reminder. This is kind of like an affirmation. Be, do, have. So I am the leader I need to be, doing the things I need to do in order to have the life that I want. I think many people who are brand new to USANA, not everybody, but a lot of them think it's the other way around. It's like, as soon as I have a big business, I'll start doing all the things that you need to do, and then I'll be that big leader. In your mind, you have to be a diamond director in your mind first, and you have to be that person, and then you'll start doing the things that diamond directors do in order to have the life that diamond directors have. And that's the way to think about this type of business. Be that leader. Be the best person you can be at this, even on a part-time basis. Okay, so next part of the action plan, we're coming up to the end now, is action items. So who are the specific people you're going to approach and invite this week that's maybe on your mind, they popped in your mind, or they're on your list but you haven't gotten to them yet? I would just write them down here. Who are maybe 5 to 10 new people I'm going to approach this week? Next part of it is present. Who are some people I'm going to present to this week? Or maybe that I've invited but they never watched the video, or I never got to meet up with them. Who am I going to follow up with and present to this week? Also, who am I going to enroll this week? Maybe there's some people you presented to but you haven't closed yet. Maybe you can invite them to another mixer or invite them to another webinar, because remember, you need 4 to 6 exposures to have an enrollment. So focus on who you're going to enroll this week. Also, who am I going to follow up with? Maybe who haven't I closed with that I need to continue to invite to things. So write down some stuff right there. Doesn't have to be too detailed, but focus on a few people in each category. And then also the training of your team. Who are you working with in your team that you're doing on-the-job training with? Write those down, know who those people are. And then thank you cards to write. I can't tell you how important this is. Who are you going to write thank you cards to? Who are your brand new associates or clients that you need to write thank you cards to? Please do that every week. That's one of the best ways, not only to feel good and have gratitude, but also a great business practice is what the best do. And then also a health goal. What is your health goal this week? Maybe you want to do phase 1 and have 2 shakes a day and 1 healthy meal. Maybe you want to do the reset, or just what's your health goal? Maybe it's to work out 3 days out of 5 days. Whatever it is, write it down. Make a health goal. And then personal development. What are you studying right now? Are you doing the GoPro book? Are you doing the GoPro audio? Are you attending maybe a convention? Are you doing something to help with your personal development? If you're not, here's where you can say, oh, I need to find something to study, and write it down there and study it every week, every day, at least 15 minutes. All right, time management. So that would be, how can I simplify my life? How can I delegate some things? Me personally, I like anything that costs $10 an hour. I like to try and delegate if possible, like maybe mowing my lawn. If I could be spending an hour making phone calls while someone else mows my lawn, that would be a good way to delegate and simplify my life. I try and do that as much as possible. Admin, like that would be paying your bills, or whatever things you need to do admin wise. And then self-care. What's something self-care you want to do this week to enjoy your life? For me, it's salsa dancing. I always go every Tuesday night, and one Saturday night a month, I always go salsa dancing. And then attention, no tension. So this or better. This is just a reminder. Make that intention. Pay attention on it. And then when you do go towards your goals, no tension. Just go with it. This or better. For additional copies of this document, again, you can always come back here, wap.teamdsi.info, for additional copies. And thank you for watching this webinar. I just want to end by saying successful people follow successful systems, and you cannot duplicate people, but you can duplicate systems. You don't have to be me or anybody who's already a top income earner. All you need to do is duplicate the system, and you can be your own top income earner and help other people along the way. Thank you for watching this webinar, and I look forward to seeing you at one of our USANA events.